What's up, peeps? It's Pickle, back with some more Meat Boy, and this dude.
I'm Obi Jeff Incognito.
He has shame. He has
So
brought
much,
shame upon Clan Meat.
so much shame.
Do you remember where we were?
No.
Boss on Rapture.
Like a boss. Like a boss. Meat Boy's got some sweet moves.
I don't remember this boss.
You're about to remember.
Oh, shit, yes I do. Oh,
I thought you
my
beat this guy.
God.
You beat this guy.
No.
You did.
No, we stopped at the boss. Holy crap.
Holy shamoli. Oh, we did not see this boss.
Oh, wait, no. This isn't what I was thinking of.
Nice. This doesn't seem too bad.
Oh, it gets worse.
As always. There's a maggot loose. A wee baby maggot.
Oh.
Nice. Uh-oh. He's angry. What the?
Do not make my bunghole angry. Oh, sure, he died on the other one when he did it. Jackass.
Jackass.
See, look, that one he died. The other side, he went and dove in the exact same spot.
Go.
Nope.
I told you. Go. You don't listen to me. You never listen to me.
Where was your go on that one?
I just kind of assumed that the ground bubbling underneath you was indication enough for you to move.
As always, you assume incorrectly. This is one of the few times a boss fight makes sense for threes. You know what I mean?
No.
Like how you normally have to hit a boss 3 times before you do this. Well, this is
He's actually
a 3 for a reason. Shit, I don't remember him burrowing.
Did he die?
No, I don't know how.
There you go.
All right, that's not what I was remembering. That was probably one of the easier boss fights since the first one.
Actually, he's been practicing day and night.
Day and night.
Just got a lot better at Meat Boy. Chapter complete.
Well, that's all for this video.
And we're done. The end.
Yep.
That's not the end. We didn't do all the boards. Did you skip ahead?
No. I have
the
not
end?
played since you were last over here and we played.
Where's the strawberry fields or whatever that level was?
Oh, Cotton Alley?
Yeah.
I thought it was after this one. This is all the more levels there is.
I beat the last one on this one.
You beat board 5.
Yes. Because it's on the demo.
Okay, welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell. Hey, you died. Hey, you died.
Kill you.
Did you miss that?
What the hell? I didn't jump out that far.
I lied about him practicing.
I told the truth of me not practicing.
My ear itches.
That happens to me all the time. Thanks. Okay. Where in the hell? Oh, key. Hit.
Huh.
Hurry. There has to be the obligatory hurry. Every game. Damn it.
It's like,
I don't know what the hell I was thinking on that one. No.
you know what I think would be funny? If they made you grab the key and hold a button to hold on to it.
Oh my god. That would be hell. Oh, that'd be horrible.
That would be awesome. Especially with me heckling you.
I'd make you hold that button.
You could like drop the key somewhere where you couldn't get it.
Actually,
You could probably do a lot of boards where you actually got to set it down and do something. You could probably add a layer of complexity.
like this game needs another one of those.
Maybe. Breathe deep.
That's the easy part.
This is the final. Oh.
No grade A plus because there was no way that was 30 seconds.
What the hell is it?
I'm just remembering the later levels. Or the boss level, I think.
Don't think about the boss level. Think about this level. You're on this level.
Oh! Shit!
Are you in Cloud City?
That's not true! That's impossible!
Speaking of, The Force Awakens comes out in a month. I need to go get tickets. Well in advance.
There'll be plenty of shows. I don't know that I'm all that worried about it.
So what's your prediction on plot? I've stayed away from it.
I have as well. With the new announced trailer, I didn't even watch it. I was like, meh, I don't really need to.
Is that the Korean one? Because there's a Korean trailer out there that I just saw. It's pretty badass, I have to say.
I don't know. I saw the
Or maybe it's Japanese.
announced trailer, not the official one, where they were just kind of like, hey, look, we're doing Star Wars shit. And then it was Han going to Chewie. It's like, Chewie, we're home.
Oh, yeah, you know.
That's the only one that I've seen.
There's another one out there. It's either from Japan or Korea. I can't remember which one. And it was on like Time website or something like that. And all the talking was in English, but they had subtitles. But way more robust of a trailer. They had the girl and the dude talk, the two main characters. I think it shed a little more light, but it still didn't have any indication on plot. There was a clip of Leia. I think that was the first time that they really kind of showed her.
The only other thing that I know is that Mark Hamill didn't like growing a beard. He didn't like it being all itchy and shit.
Wah. It's freaking Luke Skywalker.
But they were like, get the hell over it and grow a damn beard.
Right. You're Luke Skywalker, dude. Grow a beard.
I wonder, can you make that from here? Yes, you can.
Nice.
You
Very
can
nice.
Botch it. But no, I don't know. It's just like I was reading on Reddit that like, here's the World of Warcraft or the Warcraft movie trailer. Like, this looks boring.
I've not seen that.
It's less than impressive, to say the least.
I'm very disappointed. There's very as cool as games are, they just don't translate to movies. It seems like there's so many attempts to do it, and there's only maybe just a few that have actually pulled it off to be a decent movie.
I mean, it just, and the comments on Reddit were saying stuff along the lines of like, it seems like it's Avatar 2.0. It's your stereotypical racist guy of why should we believe these animals and monsters or whatever. They're not human. To hell with them. That kind of shit. And in some regards, I get that that's the lore of Warcraft, but it to me is just dull and drab. Like, I never really followed it. I didn't care. It's just like, meh, whatever. It's boring.
So, I kind of, in my own personal opinion, I think they're a little late to the game on the movie. I mean, I know it's been out for...
yeah, like, ridiculously late.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they're coming out with it now. Maybe they just don't know what else to do with the franchise itself, but it seems... Not that they had to do it in their prime, but they're
it would have
well
been better received.
They're well out of their prime.
Shit.
Anyway, yeah. So my Force Awakens theory, and this is just based off trailers and my own brain. If I was going to tell a cool story, I was kind of thinking that Leia would be the bad guy. Where she would be, I think, Kylo Ren or whatever that. Somebody told me
the
that
Sith.
Name. I don't know if that's a Sith or not, but where she, like, if you look at it the whole time, that she could have been making a play for the entire Empire, and she had to stick with the rebels so that she can defeat the Empire. And now that she's defeated them, now she wants complete control. And so she's doing the same thing Palpatine did.
It's sort of like I lost my homeworld, so to hell with all of you kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I'm completely wrong, but that'd be an interesting twist. And she has the Force, so to me it makes sense.
Shyamalan-esque twist of epic failure. Which, I mean...
It would disappoint a lot of people.
It would just completely destroy the realm of Star Wars as it is. But I have to think that the reason why they're attacking this now is because they want to give this generation, if you will, their own experience of Star Wars and have it be just as magical as it was for those of us at the beginning. God damn it. So I think they're going to try and make it not as over the top as possible, but they're definitely not going to hold back because there needs to be that bit of fulfillment. And I think that's what they're aiming for, which is why I think the title is so aptly named The Force Awakens, to kind of give them sort of a fresh start that isn't this old 70s and early 2000s hubbub kind of thing. Because let's be honest, the prequels didn't really do what they had probably expected or hoped they would do, but it did sort of give Star Wars to a new mass. It just was not as well received because the faithful following from the originals were just kind of like, this is kind of bogus. Damn it!
Well, and I agree. I mean, to your point, it's definitely a franchise reboot. The Force Awakens, they're going to open a whole new series of stories. But how do you, to your main point, is how do you capture that magical feeling again when part of the story is already told? You already understand how it all works. So how do you capture that awe and wonder and still have that good story with the characters that drive all of it? Because that's really what this story's about. It's about the people.
Yep.
You multitask.
I can sit there and blabber on about Star Wars and shit while mindlessly doing Meat Boy. When I'm doing shit by myself, I'm just like,
Me.
Go this way?
That
Probably
would be
not.
great if you could. There's probably something on the other side. Nope.
No, there was something on the
Was
other
there?
side. Death.
Surprise!
Surprise, you're still dead.
You're dead. I don't know if you talked about this yet or not, but the whole theory that I guess got out there on Twitter or something where Jar Jar Binks was the intended hidden Sith.
Yeah.
What the?
Darth Binks is what people were calling him.
I don't understand who even came up with that idea.
It's just goofy fans trying to sit there and piss off other fans that hated the prequels because of Jar Jar.
Woo. Well done.
Twas moi. I thought he was a complete and total waste. I get that you were trying to have some comedic appeal.
Well, the R2-D2 C-3PO replacement was supposed to be Jar Jar Binks, and completely over the top and way too.
It was forced.
Yeah, and all the Gungans were. I mean, just I forgot the king's name. Whatever.
Boss
king.
Nass.
Yeah, Boss Nass. I mean, definitely more tolerable than Jar Jar, but the whole concept of just a blubbering idiot race just is annoying.
And wasn't really needed. I mean, I get comedic value because that, and you're right, R2 and 3PO are what they were the comedy relief from the first generation, because 3PO running around getting his ass blown up and ripped to pieces, and just like, oh, this thank the maker, this oil bath's going to feel so good, and all that kind of crap. It's just like, hee hee hee.
Right. A little more than one-liners, but not dominating any scene. Not.
Well, and there were times that their presence was more needed than
Well, they became
before.
characters when they need to become characters. They were characters. They were comic relief when they needed to be comic relief. But when they were characters, they weren't comic relief. And they tried to combine Jar Jar, like, hey, you're moving the plot forward, but you're such an idiot that we can't get you out of this comic relief mode. He was always dropping something or being clumsy or saying something stupid, and I know that was kind of the premise of his character anyway, but R2-D2, whenever they were going to Jabba the Hutt's place, they weren't being funny. They were part of the story. But when all the action's going on and they're standing off to the side because they're droids, they would crack a joke, crack a one-liner, and okay, great, that's all you needed. It was just that one line.
And it wasn't forced. That's the big thing.
Right.
And everything with Jar Jar's ass was forced. And I wasn't going to take my medicine on that. I still don't.
Misa don't think he was a force.
I will. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I don't understand I don't want to say I don't understand the need for him. I just don't understand the level of annoying that they went. I just, at some point, even writing that character, you had to go, really?
Damn it, come on, man. And I'm hoping that, because let's be honest, the overall arcing story of Star Wars is dark.
Yeah.
And the prequels just sort of shat all over that, and hey, let's have some cute little fun. No! It is good versus evil to the death.
Right. And I think, and this is just perception, I didn't read this anywhere, but I think Lucas really was trying to portray that it wasn't doom and gloom back then. It was a little lighter, which, no, it wasn't. I mean, the Empire had been taken over for what, 18 years in the original trilogy, so the build-up and the tension just doesn't automatically start within 15, 20 years. I mean, usually something that caliber.
God damn it.
You saw the Senate had a lot of tension. You saw how miserable Tatooine was. They had slaves and all that other stuff. It was still dark, no matter how he tried to portray it. It wasn't hunky-dory times, even before the war.
Well, and then another thing that people really got on about with the prequels was the pod race. Like, that was completely unnecessary. There was no reason for it other than to go, look, this kid has the Force, and this is how we know. But it's like...
I was okay with the pod race.
It was a guilty pleasure of mine. I thought it was alright. I didn't think it needed to go on for as long as it did.
True. Well, and I think just the concept that he can compete in the pod races and that he was good was awesome. I don't think they needed to throw in the guy that was trying to sabotage him. I forget his character name. Saboba.
I remember more about that shit than I thought I did.
Yeah. So, like, he's pulling off some weird mechanical and all that. I understand he was a good pilot, and, they really played up this...
What on the goddamn wall?
The whole mechanical thing, which was kind of cool, but, I mean... It could have been a quick race. You could have saw that, hey, he's got the power... you could have just kept it pretty simple, but then they...
Then you had the announcers with the color commentary and all that.
Wow.
That was like a magnet.
Well, and, at that point, they'd already kind of spilled the beans on metachlorines and all that other crap, and you're just...
And just couldn't leave it as the Force is?
Yeah,
just the
like,
Force
hey,
is.
this kid's got unbelievable control of the Force at his age. Usually...
What the fuck was I doing?
Kids can't control the Force. But I don't know. Whatever they did in that first set, I just can't say that it was. I don't want to say it was thought out. I just don't understand the acceptance of that product. Patience, young one. Do I have to give you a dark side speech right now? Anger leads to hate.
Hate leads to fear.
Fear leads to the dark side of the Force.
Fear leads to nap time. Sleep away the dark shadow.
Dark side of the Force.
We have cookies.
What? Cookies?
Yeah, dark side has cookies.
Although I will say I really enjoyed Palpatine in that series. As goofy as he was in the earlier ones, he turned out to be a good bad guy. They did not need him to saber fight with Yoda at the end.
Getting on the goddamn wall. And that brings me to another thing. I despised every lightsaber fight Yoda had. Dooku, all of them. I hated every one of them.
No, that should have never happened.
The very, very first time I saw it, I was like, that was the dumbest damn thing I'd ever seen. I didn't like it, and I've been criticized for it over and over again because I didn't like it. It's like, there was no reason for it.
No. Well, and here's the thing. If Yoda were to use the lightsaber, he should have blocked a hit coming at him, and then...
Get off the... Thank you.
Nice.
Good God.
Don't lose a ear.
Shut up.
He, he could have just... He could have blocked a shot, and his whole thing was always...
And a grenade
his whole thing was always, more about being smart and controlling your feelings and controlling everything. And I know he was controlling his feelings at that point, but there was no reason for him to fight. He could have talked his way out of it, or I could have seen him, hey, block a shot, and then just be disappointed in Dooku. Because Dooku really wasn't a bad evil guy. Like, he still had some couth about him. And even if he wanted to destroy them, Yoda could have done something to get him out of that situation as opposed to trying to fight him.
Well, and I don't know. There was just so many times where,
There was a pile of Jedi on the floor, too, don't forget. So,
yeah,
that was a little ridiculous, too. Cut off Anakin's arm and beat the crap out of Obi-Wan, and they were in a pile together. And then Yoda strolls in, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, like he's, Wild Bill Hickok or something. Going, here I go.
He walks in real slow with his cane.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, the one thing, and I hate to even say this, but I know I'm not the only fan that thinks it. I'm excited to see another Star Wars movie without Lucas behind the helm.
Yes.
because most everybody liked Empire. Because Empire was sort of a dark-rooted story. It was not meant to be this cutesy little thing, and I know people got upset about the Neanderthal Care Bears at the end of Jedi, but like as a kid, I enjoyed the Return of the Jedi. I enjoyed the Ewok scenes and such. I didn't mind them, but when it came time to pick one of the ones I liked the most, over time it definitely became Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, too soon.
Well, Ewoks, to kind of jump back to the Jar Jar conversation, they were also the comic relief, but they were characters when they needed to be characters, and they were goofy when they needed to be goofy. Like, they were the Gungans done right. Like, I don't understand how that balance couldn't be struck again, where the Ewoks were kind of goofy and silly, but they were tribal, and you can tell that they...
Well, look at the couple times where, an Ewok died. They took a moment and paid reverence to their fallen brother. They're like, dude's dead. And just like, ugh, when he was shaking him. So it's
right.
like you felt a little bit more connected, right? Whereas with the Gungans, you had Jar Jar's dumbass flopping all over the place like some kind of, I don't know, George from Mice and Men, and just it's like, this is stupid. It's like you're trying to be funny with it, and it's not funny. It's distracting, it's irritating, and it's unnecessary.
Right. But when you look at some of those...
That was sweet looking.
Yeah, it was. It was like you trained. Ooh, that was not like you trained. But the original... It was focused on it was character driven. It was focused on that. It wasn't focused on the overall story. The overall story happened through the characters, and I think it got reversed with that prequel set where they wanted to force the story and try to make the characters fit the story.
Well, and let's not forget that Amidala and Padme were under these pretenses of, well, one of them is a double, so that I can really get out of here. That was way too early. I don't see, I don't know, maybe it's because the amount of time in between them, or maybe it's because I had higher expectations or something. I don't know, but I did not really enjoy the prequels. I liked Darth Maul. Darth Maul was awesome. And I liked that we started getting into touch with, hey, there's always two sides of this kind of shit, a master and an apprentice. And then, like, every Jedi, and I hope they do lightsaber battles and Jedi deaths and shit right in The Force Awakens.
Well, let me ask you this, though. So, I liked Darth Maul as well. I thought he was pretty underdeveloped from the way he was portrayed in the show, because he died in the first movie. I kind of think they killed him off too early. I think they could have pulled him in. I think Dooku should have been the faux Sith Lord and kept those two around as the duo and kept Sidious in the background a little more. And that way you could have had Darth Maul become more of a, the Sith enforcer, so to say. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I remember this part. That part blows.
And let Dooku, because Dooku pretty much ran with the plans and was responsible for the Death Star. And I think that would have been a great story to focus on from the Sith point of view. The Death Star was kind of like an afterthought. I think that could have been a good focus, where you have Dooku and this. Their whole thing was, we're trying to get the Death Star happen. The Jedi could have found out about it and tried to intervene and happened to stumble across Anakin on the way. I think that would have been a solid story. And then you could have had hints of Sidious, kind of, how he does the little the hologram thing where that, okay, there is somebody else, but all you see actively is Dooku and Maul. I think that would have been a great two movie story. And then movie 3, I think, was pretty good overall. The introduction of how Sidious, but Darth Sidious, and how he corrupted Anakin, I think that was a little forced as well. But
fuck this board.
Yep.
I'm done.
Well, that concludes our Star Wars discussion while Meat Boy's in the background.
And the shit thing is, there's only 5 levels. There's only 5.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's been a while, and so there's you 30 minutes of you do still have
forgot.
There's 30 minutes of Meat Boy fun, and I'll catch you on the next time. Pickle out.
Obi Jeff, be Obi gone.